Not financial advice, it's not legal advice, it's for entertainment, educational purposes only. And everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, the subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos as I put them out. See how I'm thinking, see how I'm analyzing the data. Because I tell every day the data that they give us is false. It's meant to, provide a false narrative in order to mess with us psychologically, to try to get us to paper hand our shares. What they don't realize is the deed's done, and it's only diamond-handed apes left. So it's either ramen noodles or Lambos for a lot of retail investors. Anyway, I'm sure by now y'all all seen that video that Adam Aaron put out where he says that like 1.5 billion shares of AMC was traded in a day when there was only 50 million shares that were actually available to be traded. And if you listen to what he says at the end, he said it seems like retail investors bought up all the shares. Now, I thought that last statement was absolutely ridiculous. Okay? It was absolutely ridiculous. Because we all know that when retailers buy the shares, they are not selling. So once the first 50 billion was bought, or the 50 billion available, the 50 million rather, the 50 million available shares was bought, everything after that was counterfeit shares. Anything after that was the infinite shares that the Virtu CEO talked about in his CNBC interview. So that means we have billions of counterfeit shares floating around in the market that they just keep printing and selling into the market. I mean, the FTDs verifies that. And the thing is, the FTD numbers, I believe, are a lot less than what's really out there because they kind of report what they want. And being that I believe the government is in cahoots with them, I believe our government agencies are in cahoots with them, do they make them verify the data that they put out to the public? I don't think so. Because by making them verify the data that they put out to the public, it would force the SEC, the DTCC, the CFTC to do their job. It would force them to admit, well, something is really wrong here. And of course, we know they refuse to do that. But if there's only 50 million available shares and the trend is that retail investors buy and hold, how were they able to move 1.5 billion shares in one trading day? Unless all those shares after 50 million were counterfeit shares which serve no purpose but try to dilute the value of AMC, which is a crime. And also, and I repeat this a lot, by wiring us verification that we receive these shares in our account over state lines, I believe that the bad actors are committing federal wire fraud. Okay, and the DOJ is probably investigating, well, at least I hope they are. I really hope that the Department of Justice is actually doing a real RICO investigation. And we're talking about conspiracy, we're talking about wire fraud, we're talking about breach of contract. I mean, there's so many crimes, or so many violations of the law that's going on every day in the market. And as I said in the previous video, these are the easiest fraud investigations in the history of the United States because the numbers don't lie. Everything is out there. All you have to do is see who bought and sold in one day, and you see everything that's going on in the market. So when the SEC claims that they don't have the budget to go after these bad actors, I believe that is complete nonsense. Okay, complete nonsense. Anyway, please leave some comments. Let me know what you think about only 50 million shares being able to trade in a day. Yet 1.5 billion was traded when everyone knows that retail buys and holds a majority of the times. So how could 1.5 billion shares be moved back and forth over one trading day? Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me. God bless.